Hi, I'm Gaby from Ray Studios, and today I'm going to be reviewing the mcoplus 35mm f1.6. Let's get it out of the box really quick. Cardboard protection is pretty well protected. Inside you can see beside the lens there is this thing to clean up the lens. Nice little detail. So let's get this box out of the way and let's get into what really matters, which is the lens. And straight away, I really like the quality of this. It's all metal. There is a shiny aluminum metal mount, and the whole construction of the lens is actually metallic, including the cap. It looks really well built. Actually, for being small, there is a little bit of weight to it, which inspires confidence when you hold this lens. And to be honest, it looks really nice, the design. I like the design. I like how they make the focus ring here on the front. It's slim, but you have this kind of markings, so you have a very nice grip. The rotation of the focus is go quite a long way, as you can see, all the way from here to there. So it's very precise and it's very smooth. It's very well done. The scale, I think it's because it's silver color, but it's very easy to read. You can see here the glass, pretty nice. And then the aperture, which has no clicks, makes it good for filmmakers. If you're a photographer, you might like those clicks, so it clicks into each stop. But otherwise, it's quite smooth, a little bit stiff, so you don't accidentally shift the aperture. And other than that, to be honest, it feels really good. Designs, I like it. By the way, if you don't like the silver color, it also comes on black. There is a reason why I like this on silver color. Yeah, that's right. That's the reason. Basically, it makes it very easy to find it between all my lenses. So yeah, silver color is good for me. And all in all, the first impression I get from this lens is that this company made the first lens, because they've been doing accessories for camera for quite a long time, and this is the first lens, the first attempt to make a lens. And I think they tried to make a statement by really putting the best possible quality materials into this lens, so it feels really good. Like when you touch it, I mean, I've been reviewing a lot of lenses lately from China. Many of them are made of metal and with metal mount, and not many have metal caps. By the way, the caps, I really love this cap. It's really locked into place, very slim. I can hold it in my hand while I'm shooting. I don't know, I really like this cap. But what I'm trying to say here is that there are many lenses made of metal now, the fully manual lenses. This one feels like it is a little bit better. I don't know, the materials, the feeling when you touch it, feels really good. You don't like silver, it also comes from black. I think I already said that. And materials can be very good, but if the quality of the objects are not good, that won't matter at all, right? So let's take a look at how this performs on the test chart. Now, as you can see, at f1.6, at the center of the image is very decently sharp when you move to the corner, so it is a little bit soft. It's not alarmingly soft, but yeah, you can see that at the very edge of the image is quite soft actually. It's still something you can work with these images, it's workable. When you step it down to f2, you can see some small improvements, but the center is quite good. Now the corners, they remain a little bit soft. Now when you stop to f2.8, that's when the center gets really good, even almost all across the image except to the very edge of the corners, which are now sharp, but still a little bit of softness showing up. When you stop down to f4, that's when this lens is really sharp. Excellent sharpness all over, like it gets, I would say, perfectly sharp corner to corner. So the performance of this lens, as you can see, is pretty good. At f8, well, there is not even worth mentioning. This is a perfect sharpness picture all over. There is a little bit of vignetting at f1.6, as you may have noticed. At f2.2, there is a little bit of vignetting, and f2.8 pretty much just goes away. Now, the performance, I would say, is pretty darn good. It is quite sharp, even at f1.6, very useful for portraits. If you want to shoot some portrait, you can really use this lens. If you want to use it for a landscape, I would say stop down to, let's say, f2.8, f4. F4, you actually get perfect image quality. So yeah, pretty usable. If you think about it, in a crop Samsung camera, by the way, I'm gonna be mounting this on my A6300, and as you can see, oh, this looks very nice. And what these do, the 35mm focal range is more like a 50mm, and that gives you like a nice standard focal range, a nice walk around that you can be shooting landscape, you can be shooting portraits, you can be shooting anything actually. And because it's fast, well, it's pretty darn good. You can also use it for video as well. I guess if you have A6300, you're also shooting video, right? So it's pretty good. Besides how it performs on the test chart, you're probably gonna see how it actually performs in real life, and that's exactly where we're gonna look. And the first thing that I noticed with this lens is that there is almost no chromatic aberration. Like, it might be one of the best lenses in this regard that I ever tested. Even at f1.6, shooting right against very high contrast image, like against the light with a dark subject and on between, like dark and bright, and there is like, you really need to zoom in to see like very tiny little bit of chromatic aberration on it, and that is pretty damn impressive. You've probably seen John on my blog, and here is like, he really pay attention to chromatic aberration, and this lens could be the perfect lens for someone who really don't like to have chromatic aberration on their pictures or videos. There is virtually none. I mean, you stop at f2 and you won't see anything. Even at f1.6, it's like very hard to see any chromatic aberration whatsoever. Another thing that I noticed is when you shoot right against the sun or against bright lights, is that it can create these beautiful stars kind of flaring that is very nice. So you have very high contrast when shooting against light. That's something that most lenses don't. They don't do that. So that's another plus for this mcoplus lens. No pun intended there. And then, as you can see, being an f1.6 lens, you can get pretty beautiful bokeh on your pictures. Someone will say bokelicious pictures, yeah. As you can see, it's pretty good for portraits, pretty good for product photography. There is a lot of things that you can do with this. I haven't shot much landscape with this. I'm not much of a landscape photography, and if I do, I like to use very wide angle lenses. Certified is not my lens to kind of shoot this kind of photography, but if you like, you can actually get some pretty good landscape with this lens. I think it will make a great companion for street photographers. Something that I noticed, maybe because the focusing range is pretty long, that it was very easy for me to achieve very accurate focus. Even at f1.6, it might be one of the easiest lenses I ever manually focus. I don't know why. It's just, you know, I don't even punch in to see if I'm in focus. I just use focus picking and pretty much nail it every single time. So I don't know why that is, but yeah, it's very easy to manually focus with this lens. And pretty much all the pictures you see, I didn't punch in to focus. Most of the pictures are wide open. So yeah, very easy to focus. It is relatively light, very small, nice looking lens. And to be honest, I'm really liking this lens. And I gotta give a big thumbs up to mcoplus that they make the first ever lens, and pretty good. I gotta say, pretty good. And I hope they can keep making lenses and keep raising the bar and generate this competition that is being generated now by all these companies like Seven Artisans, Canal. Well, now we have a new one, mcoplus. And I bet if they keep doing lenses like this and keep improving, they're gonna be a pretty big player pretty soon. I hope you like this video. If you like it, don't forget to comment, like, share, and yes, you guessed it, subscribe. Yeah, I really mean it. Subscribe, yeah.